Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with Roxicology number 6. Just real fast before I even get started, I'm going to tell you guys that I'm dropping Scandal. I know, I got everybody watching it and then here I go with this. But you guys, I do 4 videos in a week. Y'all have no idea how difficult it is to get to this 4th video. I swear it's hard. I cannot do 5 videos. Not committed every single week. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I know I can't. So something's got to go. And Scandal to me it's good still. I still enjoy it and everything. But I'm okay without doing a video. You guys can watch B Bondi 1 and Much Love from Kai and of course Funky Dineva. They all do theirs. So yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't do 5 videos. But anyway, I got a lot of letters today that I'm gonna try to get to. You guys have been doing pretty good with sending me short letters. But anyway, let's get to it, shall we? Hey Rox, I'll try to keep this concise. My ex and I dated the first 2 years of high school and then she called it quits, but we remained best friends. I fell in love and one day we had a sit down and it turned out we are both still very much in love with each other and we actually brought up marriage. I actually proposed to her and she said now is not a good time. We aren't together now because we feel as though we'll already be settled down, so we decided to date other people for the time being. She feels comfortable dating other people while I feel it would be a waste of time. Do you think we should get back together or just call it quits altogether? Also, any advice on how to fall out of love? We've been broken up for 4 years. I just feel so bad for you, this letter. I'm just going to kind of say that it sounds like maybe you might be a little bit more wanting to do it than she does. I mean, to me, it kind of sounds like if she's willing, first of all, it's never really a great time to settle down and get married, okay? You just have to do it. If you're always trying to plan to do, okay, let me first finish school. Okay, first let me find a good job. Okay, first let me do this, all. You're just going to keep on continuously pushing it off like that. You'll never get to it, okay? It's always another goal to tackle. If you're gonna settle down with somebody and get married, you just do it. Okay, so that's the first thing. Of course, you have to be prepared, but you know what I mean. Okay. Secondly, the fact that she's able to kind of go out and still see other people, it just kind of makes me feel like she probably loves you, but she's not in love, and she's kind of willing to still see what's out there. I know that you feel that it would be a waste of time because on your end it is a waste of time. You already know what you want, but it doesn't sound like she wants the same thing. If you want to be with somebody, then you're going to be with them. Okay, if there's nothing holding you guys back, then you would be with them. So I just feel bad because I know you are, but I don't think that she is really feeling like you're the one that she wants to settle down with. Now, I might be wrong. There might be other things in it, but just from what you said now, falling out of love, that's a whole nother beast. It's difficult. When you care for somebody, when you are in love with somebody, it's hard to get those feelings out the way. I don't know if you ever really fall out of love with somebody if you had a good relationship with them. Somewhere deep down inside, you still do have feelings for that person. However, you have to look at the reality of the situation. If you guys are not, you can't just keep pining after somebody that is not going to be with you. You're going to waste a lot of your life trying to chase after somebody that, might end up with somebody else. It's just kind of time to move on. I know that you will probably be able to move on easier if you do start dating other people and seeing other people and realizing that there are some good girls out there, that you could meet and possibly fall in love with. I know right now it seems like it's impossible because you feel like this is the one. But I'm just going to tell you right now, I had a few ones that I thought was the one that didn't turn out to be the one. Go out, start seeing other people, and see what else is out there. If you guys are meant to be together somewhere or down along the line, after you guys realize that there's nothing out there for you guys, then you guys will be together. Okay, so good luck to you. I am a 21-year-old black male student, I am a 21-year-old black male college student in Normal, Illinois, and I'm a cosmetology program. I'm sorry, you guys. This one is hard to read because they done wrote every single word with a capital letter. You know what I mean? Like the first letter of each word has a capital letter. So it's like, it's kind of weird looking to me. But anyway, I'm going to get through it. I'm a 21-year-old black male college student in Normal, Illinois, and I'm in a cosmetology program down here. I have been hearing a lot of talk about me being gay just because I am the only male in my class, but I am not gay. One day a girl came out the blue and said that men in the beauty industry are gay, and of course I took offense to it because I'm not gay, and that when she said that comment, she was directing it towards me. If you were me, what would you do, and how would you deal with future encounters like this? I'm just going to keep it real simple. You are going to always get this kind of reaction from people. First of all, there are a lot of gay men in the cosmetology field. There are a lot that aren't, though. And it's just a stereotype that unfortunately you're going to have to deal with being in that profession. I mean, it's the same with when they say musicians in church are gay, okay? Because there are a lot of gay musicians in the church. We've all kind of started to think that all musicians in the church are gay, but all of them aren't. The same with how all guys that do hair are not gay. So yeah, you're just going to have to toughen up, because if that's the profession that you want to be in, you're just going to have to know that people are always going to associate a male hairstylist with someone that is gay. Yes, it's very closed-minded and it's very ignorant, and if a person says they're not gay just because they do hair, then that should just kind of be it. Yeah, I think that you're going to have to toughen up. That's something you're going to be having to face all the time. And then of course you can also try not to become so offended, because a lot of times people will feed off of your offense, and you could just kind of educate them and let them know, like, listen, yeah, I know there are a lot of gay people in the cosmetology field, but I'm not, okay? This is just something I have a passion for hair, and this is what I like to do. Whatever it is that you have to say, just let them know, okay? And it don't have to be all this back and forth and everything. She's probably going to still have her opinion, and you already know what it is, so that's just going to have to be it, okay? So yeah, that's what I would do anyway. I am currently 19 years old and I am stuck in a love triangle. I have been best friends with this girl for 2.5 years, and I used to chill at her house every day. Her family has grown quite close to me. That is, until me and her 32-year-old brother started talking at first. Started talking. I'm gonna need y'all to use periods, okay? Please, thank you. First, me and the guy were cool. I didn't see anything going on with the casual relationship. We were talking behind everyone's back because we knew that no one was really okay with us talking. To top it off, he has an ex-wife who can't quite get over him, so she's always around. Well, one day the shit hit the fan and his ex-wife went through his computer finding all of our conversations. This left his sister crying hysterically, and his mom also cried. I never in any way intended to hurt my friend, his mom, or his ex-wife. They're all really cool people. However, I'm having trouble understanding why me and him talking was such a dramatic problem. We weren't having sex and we were only text buddies. However, everyone was so distraught over us being friends. My friend said she wanted to stab me. So the guy that I was talking to later told me that he feels as if his sister has a crush on me, and me and the girl are cool now, but she treats me like I'm her girlfriend and acts very jealous. I have asked her if she was gay, and she tells me that she's pretty much bi. It bothers me that the family would forgive me over before forgiving their own blood. Every time I go over her house, I can no longer look her brother's way or talk to him. Should I end this friendship even though she is a great friend? That letter was all over the place. It's a whole bunch of different issues that's in there, so we're going to just try to tackle all of them. Okay, the first issue that I have with this is the age difference. And I know that is the one thing that you have probably heard about throughout this whole time. You are 19 years old, he is 32 years old. Now, I know you're an adult legally now, but 19 and 32 is, why is he trying to be your friend? Something is not right about that. Now, I don't know why he would need to have a 19-year-old friend. It sounds to me like if you guys was not in a relationship, it was heading towards that way. It always sends up a red flag to me when somebody of that age is interested in anybody that got a teen in their age number. Ain't no boys around that's around your age. Like, ain't no 25-year-olds. Like, I think 25, 26 is really the limit for a 19-year-old. When you start getting in the 30s, what do you have in common with a 19-year-old? And I'm not trying to be offensive to you. I just want you to see it from everybody else's perspective, probably his mom and the family and all of that. you know, they still kind of associate you with being a child because you're friends of the daughter, who I'm assuming is going to be around the same age as you. That's my first question, is why is he trying to just be your friend? Okay, is no other feelings involved in there anywhere? Are you being truthful with yourself about that? Like, do you really care about him a little bit more than you are saying? Remember, an emotional relationship is just as real as a physical one, and sometimes even more so, because you know, our mind is very powerful. So that's the first issue. The second issue is the best friend. Now, the best friend kind of feels, you know, like you were her woman, even though, now, have you guys done anything? I mean, what is making her feel like she is yours and you are her? If you guys really haven't done anything together, maybe she was just really attached to you that way. I've heard of things like this happen, and I know of a few stories that things like this, similar to this, has happened in the past. But I'm not going to tell you whether or not you should end a friendship with this girl. Because that's up to you. But I am going to tell you that it's difficult to be in a friendship with somebody who cares about you in a different kind of way that you care about them. Okay, if she's attracted to you physically, sexually, you know, other than just being like best girlfriends or something like that, then it is going to be difficult. And if she says shit like she want to stab you and all that, then yeah, I would be a little alarmed about that. If you're not attracted to her, not that same way, then yeah, it looks like you guys are at some kind of fork in the road with this friendship, okay? If you stick around being her friend, and if she can't tuck away the feelings, then, yeah, you guys might be headed for a whole lot of drama down the road. And then lastly, a part of the letter that confuses me is the part about, I guess his family has decided to not talk to him because he is talking to you. I guess that's what I got from the letter. I'm not really clear on it, but if that is the reason, I think it is because they feel like he is using you. If there's an ex-wife, and girl, why are you even putting yourself in this? Okay, it's a grown-ass man. He got an ex-wife. He got that ain't really ready to leave. He's got all this drama. You know, you can find somebody that's all drama-free, closer to your age, don't have as much baggage, and yeah, why? I can't really understand why you're doing this. I know that once feelings get involved, because whether you say it or not, you do have feelings for this guy. I don't even really know what else to tell you. It's almost looking like you probably might have to leave that whole family alone, you know, and it's unfortunate that things happen like that. But sometimes when you cross the line and you know, kind of go down different roads and things kind of get all out of hand like this, sometimes the friendship is sacrificed, and look like on both sides, his and hers, if it truly is just a friendship, you might have to sacrifice this one. It's too much drama there. Okay, I want advice on my man and his disrespectful people. Almost every person I have met in his life has straight out disrespected me, stole from me, or being extremely rude. From his mother down to his best friend. He wants me to meet all his family and become cool with the ones who have been out of line with me. He has been trying to force me to meet people I don't want to honestly feel like the people he has. He has been trying to force me to meet people I don't want to. I honestly feel like the people he has in his life does not understand respect, and I really don't want to meet anyone new or fix what's wrong with the others. He says I'm antisocial, but I feel like why keep walking into that? His cousin has met me twice, and the second time she was very rude. I never saw or talked to her again after that. I never told him about it, and finally when I did, he kept trying to force me. I told him, he asked her, when I told him, he asked her, and she said it never happened, that she doesn't even know me. He basically told me it didn't happen, then turned around and said I overreacted. I even went along with it, but his aunt disrespected me once again, and the call was cut short. I never forgot about how rude she was, though, and I have been hesitant of talking to her and her husband also because he tells his family things about a relationship and makes himself look like a victim, and I can't stand it. My people don't like him, and I feel like I should run far away, and has never stepped out of line. Am I wrong for not wanting to meet his family? Why are you guys together? I mean, this sounds like, okay, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say why are you guys together. That's mean. I'm sorry. But this is what I am going to tell you. If you're trying to build a relationship with somebody and be in something long term with somebody, you are going to have to be involved with their family too. Because, you know, if you get married and you guys have kids, and it means that his parents are going to be your kids' grandparents and vice versa. And all this bickering back and forth, like, don't none of his family like you? Why don't they like you? I mean, what has exactly happened that they don't like you? Okay, and then if he doesn't support you against his family and, you know, kind of take the stand that this is my woman and you guys need to at least be respectful of her, even if you don't like her, then really, where do you think this relationship is going to go eventually? You guys are always going to be fighting over his family. Okay, your family don't really like him too much. His family don't really like you too much. It sounds like his family is very, very involved. Yeah, you guys are going to have a tough road, okay? If you really love this man and you really know that this is the person that you want to be with, you need to sit him down and you guys need to have a discussion. Say, listen, now, I'm always going to be respectful of your family, but they need to be respectful of me. I'm not saying that we need to be going to the mall, hanging out, going shopping, and going out to eat, and going to the movies and doing all of that, but they could at least just, if anything, they could just stay out of our business, okay? And that's part his problem, because he telling them all the shit, okay? You guys get into an argument, he run back and tell them shit, they get more mad at you, then a couple of days later, you and him done worked it out, however, they still got the feelings from the fight that you guys had, okay? So that's his fault. He's the one that's making the shit worse, because he's telling them all your shit, okay? You probably are telling your family all of the shit that his family is doing to you, so now your family don't like his family, okay? So, yeah, I mean, you guys can work it out, but it is really, really difficult, and you have to really think about everything when you're in a relationship with somebody. A lot of times, if you're in a relationship with somebody who has a really involved family, then you better think about it like you everybody's girlfriend. Okay, I mean, it's not as deep as that, but it can be that deep. Okay, if he's a mama's boy, you know, always got to be running over to his auntie's house to go fix the toilet, or if he got to go and pick up his cousin and do this and that, you know, it could just turn into be a whole lot more. So it always works out better when everybody accepts each other and respects each other. So yeah, you sit them down and tell them. And if this keep on going on, then you need to make some decisions about whether or not this is the man that you want to spend the rest of your life with. I am a 20-year-old junior in college and also a mom of a 3-month-old beautiful baby girl. I found out I was pregnant in late April of 2012. In May 2012, one of my best friends who is 20 had her first child, which is a girl also. The whole while that I was pregnant, my friend was being negative towards my whole pregnancy. She constantly told me that I was going to have a complicated pregnancy, ugly baby, and that my child was going to give me a hard time when I had her. I proved her wrong, though. My pregnancy was the best, and I felt best when I was with child. My daughter is beautiful, and she's the sweetest baby I know. I feel she said all those things because she wanted me to be in her shoes. I even feel that she tries to compare our kids, which is one of my biggest pet peeves. She doesn't even like the fact that I'm in college trying to further my education. She recently asked me to be the godmother of the new baby girl that she is having in June. I don't understand why she treats me this way when I support everything she does, which isn't much. I want to call this friendship quits because I'm over it. I need advice. Help me, please. If you want to call a friendship quits, then call it quits. I mean, it ain't too much different. It ain't too much harder than that. Okay, she called your baby ugly. Yeah, I mean, that right there is grounds to be over it. I'm over it for you just reading the letter. Yeah, I mean, yeah, friendship is important to me. Okay, and I really do try to, you know, be there for my friends. But I'm sure I pissed them off, and, you know, I'm sure they pissed me off in the past. But I'm not fixing to call my friends' kids ugly. Okay, and I'm not going to really try to be hating about their situation if it's better or greater than mine. Yeah, that's not what friends do. Okay, friends support each other. Okay, if she did have some criticisms about anything that was going on in your life, then there's always a better way to say it. And you can always know when somebody's trying to give you some really constructive criticism and when somebody is just being fucking mean and hateful and spiteful. I don't know what kind of person I got to be for somebody to tell me that my child was ugly. Only I can say my kid was ugly, because y'all should have seen Jada. Woo! She was some pitiful that first week. When they brought her to me in my arms, I was like, oh my God, her nose, she was so pale in her nose. But yeah, it took about a week for her to come into her beauty. But when she did, she was a beautiful kid. But anyway, I'm off track. But yeah, it's, friendships, sometimes we outgrow them. Sometimes we move forward and they don't, or vice versa. And sometimes that person that you grew up with and you were friends with all that time, when you get to be adults, you guys find that you guys have different paths in life. Okay, so if you over the friendship and you see no good in it, then I think that maybe you could just be like decline being the godmother and just slowly start to distance yourself. And if she really asks you questions about what the problem is, you can just tell her, okay, and then she, either she accepts it or she don't. But yeah, if you're over it, then just go. That's it. Y'all, for real. I mean, really, for real. I enjoy watching dick sucking porn, meaning I like watching the ladies suck on the dick, and I want to know, does that make me gay? No question is stupid. No, that does not make you gay. I think that a lot of men like to watch porn when the man is getting their dick sucked. Like, I don't really get much out of watching a man get his dick sucked. So I would think that that's normal. I might be wrong. I don't think that makes you gay. Okay, do you have any attraction for men any other kind of way? If you have attraction for men any other kind of way, then maybe you might be gay. But if you like to watch dick sucking porn, then no, I don't think that makes you gay. The reason why I'm writing you is that I have had probably some of the worst luck with dating. I've had everything from being friend zoned to being let down to being dissed by females. I'm really trying hard to not turn into the typical asshole guy that says fuck chicks, get money, or that one person who has a negative outlook on dating, which is really hard when most of my boys are starting to get into relationships or are already happy in their situations. And meeting new people is hard where I'm from because I live in a really small town. I really need a woman's perspective on how I should go about this. It's hard to not become bitter when your love life is not working out the way you want to, especially as you get older and you start seeing your friends start to settle down and get married and have kids and all of that. So yeah, I mean, that is frustrating. I lived in a big city, so I don't really know about the small city thing, but I think that you just have to continue to put yourself out there, okay? You cannot be afraid to put yourself out there for a relationship to happen. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of people out there playing games, and yeah, you do have to sometimes waddle through a whole lot of riffraff before you find the jewel, okay? But it's always somebody. It's somebody out there for everyone. I really, truly believe that. I don't care how beautiful or ugly a person is. It is somebody for everybody. Maybe you are looking too hard. Maybe you are trying too hard. A lot of times when you are really, really trying to just kind of like you have in your mind exactly what you think is the perfect boyfriend for these women, it's sort of like an act. You're acting a certain way, okay, instead of just being yourself, okay? People are attracted to folks that are real. You can always sense when a person is real or genuine. And sometimes you just have to relax. And if you go out with a couple of girls and, if you just kind of making it seem like you can take it or leave it. I mean, I'm not really trying to make it seem like it's a game or something. But, you just relax and go out and just hang. Then you will find that maybe you will start attracting the kind of people that you are interested in. Maybe you might have to broaden your horizons. Have you thought about dating outside of your race? Well, sometimes it might be something greater on the other side. Just don't limit yourself, okay? But you just need to try to just continuously remember that it's going to happen. Probably when you least expect it. I know that sounds cliched, because people say that all the time, but that is really, that's really, really how it happens, okay? A lot of people who will tell you that are settled down and everything, they'll be like, I wasn't even looking for it. I didn't even like that person, or I didn't even expect them to do this, so it'll happen for you. Just don't be so impatient, and be happy for your friends that are, starting to settle down and be happy, because it will happen for you, okay? I'm a big fan, but I'm going to get straight to the point. Last Friday, my world fell apart. It was me and my boyfriend's 6-month anniversary. Mind you, we had a great relationship. I was happy, in love. He gave me money, bought me things, anything I wanted. We were so emotionally connected. We were best friends. I trusted him with everything, and that was a good feeling. I met his entire family. I had a personal relationship with his mother. He even proposed to me on Valentine's Day. I thought things could only get better. Okay, so we get to Friday. I get off of work. I go over to his house because we're having a date night, and he's outside. And there's a car with 3 females in it. So I pull up behind the car. Tell me why this nigga took off running. So I get out of the car and a girl gets out of the other car. Turns out it's his baby mama who he has a 2-year-old son with. And she is 4 months pregnant now. I didn't even know he had kids. So now I'm heartbroken. I lost my best friend and my boyfriend in a moment. To add insult to injury, his mom and the whole family knew he was bringing both of us around her as his baby mama and me as his wife. We haven't talked in days. He dropped me like I was nothing. What has the past 6 months been? Was everything I was feeling fake? Did he ever really love me? Why would he propose to me and just leave me at the drop of a dime? How do I move on? I need some advice because I'm an emotional wreck right now. I'd be feeling so sorry for people when I get these kind of letters. Because it just be some tough love that we got to just go on and face. Okay, so the first thing is, now I know you really, really loved him to death. Okay, he did a lot of things for you and you was kind of just swept up in all of that. I don't know if you've been in a relationship where other guys have been this for you or done things for you like this. Of course, that is really how you deserve to be treated. So, yeah, I could see why you really, really enjoyed him and love the fact that he did these things for you. But there's other men out there that will do that, okay? So I don't want you to get caught up in feeling like he's the only one that's going to do this for you. It's plenty of men that if they care about you, they will be willing to do this as well. So that's the first thing, okay? The second thing is, it was 6 months. I'm not saying that love at first sight doesn't happen because, of course, we've all heard stories about people who, you know, they first met and they got married 2 months later and they was married for 50 years and things like that, okay? I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. However, 6 months is really no time to really get to know somebody. You guys was all wrapped up in each other in these 6 months, but you didn't know all about his background. Okay, you didn't know what he did before you came into the picture. Yeah, you had a relationship with the family and everything, but still it just seemed like it was very surface. It was just 6 months, and you didn't really know what he had going on before you decided to come around. I know this is all stuff that you wish that you would expect for him to tell you, but he didn't tell you, and you can't expect his family to tell you. Yes, it would be great if, you know, you had this relationship with his mom and, you know, she would at least kind of say something to the fact their allegiance is going to be to him. Okay, he's their family member. You know, we don't know. The mom might be sitting him down, you know, behind closed doors and just be like, you need to tell that girl something. Okay, she's a really sweet girl. She deserves to know. But still, you can't really expect his family to try to be there for you. Now, I don't know what's going on his end, but yeah, 4 months pregnant, we ain't got to do too much addition to know that he was with that girl at the same time that he was with you. So he was with both of you guys, and girl, he did you that little drive up was doing you a favor. You driving up on him and the baby mama was nothing but a blessing. Okay, you didn't need to get yourself involved with all that he got going on. He obviously still has feelings for this girl. I mean, he's making babies. He got 2 babies with them. Tell him to go and work on that with them over there. Yeah, you all heartbroken and everything, but girl, in a little while, you're going to be like, you ain't going to be able to believe that you even put yourself through all of this. I mean, I could have gave him a little bit of a pass if he hadn't told you about that 2-year-old yet. Okay, maybe he was working on it, but he got the girl pregnant. She ain't even had this baby. Okay, and this was while you guys were together. So now, your world is crushed. And you feeling real bad and sad and upset that he's done all this to you. And it is terrible that he did all that to you. But this is going to be so much of a blessing in disguise, girl. You don't deserve this. The 6 months that you guys had together, it was something real for you. It wasn't something real for him, okay? He hasn't even bothered to contact you or anything. Yeah, no, I don't really think that he cared, okay? I think he was living the lifestyle, okay? He was having a good time on both ends. And it came back to bite him. So just move on. Okay, it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. I'm going to guarantee you that if you quit trying to figure out what happened with him, and if you stop trying to contact him, if you are, and trying to figure out and talk to him and all this, he will finally eventually see what he lost, okay? And he probably gonna come back around and try to talk to you and everything. Girl, just ignore him and move on with your life, okay? Nothing is better than getting a new man. So yeah, you just get you a new one. That's it. Just get you a new man, and don't worry about him and his baby mama and his new baby coming and his mama and the family and all that. Girl, just go on with your life. Today is my son's birthday. Happy birthday, Joe. I had both of my kids' birthday this week, so I'm so glad it's over. When I took him out this morning to get his birthday gift, he wanted some tennis shoes that were coming out today. I was just like, wow, this is my first kid, and you know, he is a good kid. He's on the honor roll. He's very smart. Everything just comes to him really easily. And he plays basketball, and he's really good at what he does. He's just a great kid. Very smart ass. Gets on my nerves really bad a lot of times, but he is actually a lot like I am. So, but he still loved my Joe to death. So happy birthday, Joe. That's it, y'all. I got to get on back in my office. Okay, I'm on my lunch break, y'all know. All right, so I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars, bye.